we don't have any kind of idea what that feels like to be happy or joyful, because we need, in order to feel happy and joyful, we need the other side.
Yes.
We need to know the contrast. It's the yin and the yang, it's the duality, it's the light and the night. And just knowing that all of a sudden can help you relax, because maybe we're here to also experience the full circle.
Right. And so when you're talking, I don't know if this has any correlation, but when you're talking, it reminds me of when I was raising my children.
Yeah.
And I always said to them, be okay with making mistakes, because it's through the mistakes that you're actually learning and growing, which teaches you, or it gives it, after the learning experiences is when we grow, right? There's personal growth through making mistakes.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if there's a correlation.
Yes, for sure. People are always afraid of failure or at not doing the right thing. But actually, if you look at, I work with so many leaders, like they all say, I learned this or I became successful because of the failure.
Right.
And it's so interesting to see that, because we're like, oh no, I don't want to fail. I don't want to do the wrong thing. Like, da, da, da. But actually, it's through those mistakes that I actually grow and learn. I always say like failure is one of the biggest propellers.
Correct.
Because you try a lot of things and you fail, and then what doesn't work, and then you move forward. And so many people are spending time in the cave because they're so afraid. Like kind of in the cave of, back in the days when we're all cavemen and women, we wouldn't go out of the cave because of the danger.
Yes.
The perceived danger. And that's how our survival brain works, and that's how it's helped us to survive as a species. But now there's no more tigers and no more mammoths waiting outside, but we're still afraid to get out of our comfort zone because of the fear of failure.
Right. So lead from within, is it you're giving yourself permission to inhabit or to embrace the feeling?
Yes.
In order to affect your circumstances, current and future?
Yes. You are basically opening up your heart to all of it, moving into acceptance of what is, and then consciously, intentionally, deliberately deciding, what is it that I want to experience on purpose right now in this service? And it's not that people think, once they discover the sleep from the model, they're like, oh, cool. In order to feel happy, I just need to think positive thoughts.
Right.
But then they put themselves in the thought prison, because then they're only allowed to think positively, and that's toxic positivity, which doesn't help you either. If I open up my heart to all of the things, this is what frustration feels like, this is what shame feels like, this is what anxiety feels like, and all of a sudden, I own it. It's almost like I have the like the radio frequency. I can tune into, and I sometimes maybe want to create more anxiety, but I know I'm creating this for myself. It's not from the outside, it's always from within. And you know what? Like when somebody passes away or somebody talks badly to me, I want to feel frustrated. I want to feel grief.
Right.
I want to feel those emotions. I want to feel happy when somebody passes away. That's what people forget. They're like, oh no, I just want to be peaceful all the time. We're here, I believe, to experience all of the range of the emotions and to process them. Because most of the time what we do is we avoid them, we resist them, we push them under the carpet. And what you resist persists. It's going to come back and bite you in the ass in a different scenario because you haven't processed before.
Okay, so when you are working with people, how are they reacting to this? And is this like a 12-step program? And at what point does one feel like you're actually inhabiting those skills and tools? Like, how do you know it's working?
Yes, you got it. It's a very good question. So usually people have two responses. They are in the beginning, at least they go, oh, I'm responsible for all of it. And they can be like super happy and excited, or, oh my gosh, I'm responsible for all of it.
Right.
And it can be overwhelming and daunting. So in the beginning, it's almost like, oh, it's an awareness process.
Right.
And different people react to it differently. But usually they come for a situation, for one specific scenario. They'll come and they'll help me figure this out. And they figure it out. But what I'm sharing or teaching is actually can be applied to me.
Okay.
And so over time, they feel very empowered and they feel like they can come back to something as a tool for themselves. It's almost like self-coaching, like they don't need be initially. Like initially they'll need it until it sinks in. And it's very individually. Like I have several programs. I have my Time Samurai program where it's about managing your time and energy, which is really taking this concepts or this framework in the for how to manage to think about your time, which is the most important resource we have because it's limited, at least in this material world, right? It's like we feel like time is a limited resource. But how you think about time obviously is going to affect your relationship with time, the relationship with your with the people you're interacting with. So that's important. And so that one is a 90-day program, which is individual coaching and group. And usually after that 90-day experience, people are like, oh, forget it. Like now I know and I have the tools to go on.
Right.
They work with me one-on-one. So a little bit like more concentrated on them.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are like, okay, I've solved this one and it's all I need. And then they'll come back maybe later. But yeah.
Can you give me just a snippet of an example, perhaps a real life example, where someone has come to you where they needed, that there's just some tension or they're having a challenge, whether it be business challenge or personal challenge, where you've seen an active result, a positive result on their part?
Yes, so many. But let's just say because I'm in the Time Samurai frame right now. So people come to me and they'll be like, I'm just a procrastinator. I'm just so overwhelmed by life and by so many things I have to do.
Right. Which I think is very common for many.
Very common. Very like, and especially leaders, high achievers, they've come and they're, oh my gosh, and they're just like putting it all on the table. And this one gentleman I worked with, I helped him understand that, like, I was like, okay, so what is it that you actually did? And then lists it. And then he looks at it and I'm like, oh, you know what? I can probably do 200 things more. You know what I mean? Like, I just like show him and he'd be like, oh, like I have just made this huge elephant of all the things I need to do. And so his script was so many things to do, I have so many things to do, I have so many things to do. So he would never, like his brain would never relax. He'd never allow himself to actually have space in his brain and energy to do the things.
Right.
So people procrastinate and don't do anything. And so his model, his framework was very clear. It was like overwhelm in the feeling line, inaction in the action line, nothing got done. And his thought was, I have so many things to do, I have so many things to do. And so the way you can kind of reverse engineer this, or ask him, how do you want to feel? He's like, I want to get protected. So in order to be productive, you need to create things, you actually produce things. And he was like, yes. And so what are the actions you need to take to produce this thing? And so slowly, he just started doing things. The Nike slogan, just do it. It's really, really powerful. And I'm like, okay, but with my guidance, and I mean, honestly, it was all in his work. I was just there to hold the mirror or to remind him of his power, that he can actually do one thing at a time and get him out of the scarcity to my mindset.
Yes.
He was scarce in his mindset. He was just, I don't have the time. Obviously, when you think you don't have the time, actually manifest it. And that's the difference.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's what's so powerful about what you do, because sometimes we get so lost in the chaos that we become overwhelmed and we can't find our way out. And so really what you are sharing and guiding and teaching is breaking it down.
Yes.
So that we see the elements for what they are. And then I always use the word tools,
Yeah.
but giving us the recipe perhaps for how we can take the circumstances, whatever circumstances they are, break it down and understand that we can what our end goal is, what are the steps, what are the feelings, what is it that we want to feel, what is it the outcome that we want, and then you help me out here, Nina.
Yes. So you want to feel a certain way, but in order to feel a certain way, to take action, and those actions are also driven by feelings, right? Feelings are in the beginning, at the end, and those feelings are generated by your thinking.
Right.
And those thoughts, those belief systems are going to create feelings that are going to drive your actions, create results. But guess what? And this is really important, Marcia, because I have also this spiritual side to me that I always bring in. I always say, like, sometimes we get, all these ingredients, tools, whatever you want to call them. They're all there to help us in our material world. But in a way, we are actually just the observer of it. We're the soul spirit that is looking at all this. Like, you're not your thoughts or your feelings or your actions or even your results. You are the one looking at them and experiencing them at the same time. I come back to this idea of you're the creating and the creator and the creation. You're the Picasso or the artist and the masterpiece. And that is so powerful because
that's a really beautiful way of looking at it.
Yeah. I think if everybody just, people say like, oh, that's just illusion. Like, I'm being disillusional. Like, why would I? Like, how am I just going to believe that I am amazing and extraordinary? I don't believe that. It's like saying, affirmations only work to a point, because if you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I'm a goddess, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, then all you see is cellulite and overweight. It doesn't add up, right? And so it's almost like, what bridge thought can I find from here to there? Maybe I don't believe I have the most extraordinary body, but maybe I can say I have a body. I can buy into that. Like, what can you buy into? Just one step at a time. Just small steps. And then maybe at one point, because I've trained and reframed my mind, I can one day say, I'm an extraordinary human being. I love my body.
Get a gift.
Yes.
What a gift, Nina. What gives you joy in bringing this to people?
Oh gosh, so much. I feel like it's always an energy exchange. I feel so satisfied, so empowered when I see the aha moments. If you and it's cool, hey, I can actually also do this, or I can be powerful with myself. And it's almost like we're all reflections, right? We're all reflections of each other. And people come to me and then I'm like, yes, I see you, I hear you. I think I give the space to be themselves, to open up, to take the mask off and say, okay, I'm this great leader on the outside, but on the inside I always feel this way. What are some of the ingredients? And I'm like, oh, it's not so much about you, it's about come think and feel and what do you want? And they're like, oh, wait, I can generate that from within, lead from within. That's why I chose this, right?
Right.
So it gives me immense joy to create the content, to help people figure themselves out. And ultimately, it's the ripple effects. I was swimming today here in Dubai, and I was like, consider the ripples. They all come from me.
Yes.
And from all the other people that are then going to impact their families, their companies.
I love that. Nina, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for interviewing me and for bringing it all out.
I love it. I'm very, very inspired by you, and I know you will be affecting a lot of people.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for listening. And always remember to lead from within.